Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
Take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody else chooses to stay. When the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all.
Everyone can please take your seats. We'll get started in a moment here. Please take your seats. We'll get started in a moment, and we will explain our procedure for pictures as well.
Where I live. Hope that you spend your days, that they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. 'cause I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone. Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the move. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, we gotta let the music play. What the people need is a way to make them smile. It ain't so hard to do if you know how. Gotta get a message, get it all through. Though my mama's gone through after a while. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. All the time.
We were having too much fun. We probably had to bump
You
this
can all
up.
please rise as the graduates to come onto the stage. Good afternoon and welcome to Ted Fritsch Field, home of the Rockets, for our very first outdoor graduation ceremony. We are so happy that we get to share this experience with you in person today to celebrate these graduates and their accomplishments. Before we get going, we have a few housekeeping items to take care of. We are asking that everybody please maintain 6 feet of social distancing whenever possible throughout the entire day. We do have hand sanitizer stations set up throughout the property, and we encourage you to use those. After I get done speaking here, we'll have Promise Gearway take over for a valedictorian speech here in just a moment. Then I'll have a few more words for the graduates before we end up reading off the names. The way the rows are set up right now is the same way these rows are set up right here. So the first row of students here coincides with the first row of guests. We have an area in the middle of the field that's dedicated for photography. So if you'd like to take a picture of your graduate up here, when we call their roll up, if people could make their way to the center row right here, maintain your social distancing, but go ahead and take pictures. Once the first row goes through, they'll go over to there. The second row will come through, and the second row of parents will be able to come up and use this center area kind of near this bleacher here. So just wanted to go over that real quick here. There'll be some ushers around to help in the process. Once I've read through all of the names, we will announce the class of 2020 over here, and they will depart the bleachers. We will then dismiss the guests at the end by columns starting on the south end of the field. We do ask people after the ceremony today to please not linger and congregate into groups so that we can maintain our social distancing. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for efforts in supporting this process here today. Really happy that we can be out here in person doing this live. So without further ado, I'm going to turn things over to Promise Gearway here, class valedictorian.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome family, friends, and faculty to Spencer High School Class of 2020's graduation day. Without the support of you all, we couldn't have made it here today. It's an honor to speak today, and I promise not to take too long because, let's be honest, myself and all the students behind me have sat through enough boring lectures to last a lifetime. So I'll spare you some boredom and just get on with it. A few months ago, I sat down at my dinner table, powered up the old Chromebook, opened up a new Google Doc and titled it Graduation Speech. Of course, as the procrastinator I am, I didn't actually start writing it until a week ago. However, despite my tendency to not start tasks until time has almost run out, I somehow made it. I'm here today in front of you all about to receive my high school diploma. My speech is written, and I'm about to reminisce about the past few years and enlighten you with a few maybe overstated but relevant lessons that I've learned during my time at this school district. Looking back, there are 5 distinct lessons that have made their mark in my life. The first is to be persistent. My favorite example of persistence that I can think of is Mr. Wagner. I know what you're thinking. What does our history teacher know about persistence? Let me tell you. Throughout every year of high school, one thing remained unchanged. Mr. Wagner pestered each and every one of us to buy beef sticks to fundraise for the History Club. He would advertise and advertise to the point that we simply bought a beef stick, even if we weren't hungry and even if we didn't like beef sticks, just so he would leave us alone. And not surprisingly, his tactic worked. When many other clubs struggled to raise enough money for field trips, the History Club had that money secured. But all jokes aside, persistence is a strong trait to have. In my own life, it's only when I have persisted that I have reached the goals I set for myself, and it's something each and every one of us can attest to as well. Without some level of persistence, we probably wouldn't have gotten through the past 4 years and made it here today. So, continue to persist and see where it takes you. The second lesson I've learned is to ask for help. I know asking for help seems obvious, but in reality, sometimes the hardest thing is to admit to someone else that you are struggling in any way. But I've learned that one of the most necessary things you can do is push aside your ego and ask for help when you really need it. I mean, I probably would have failed calculus or physics if it had not been for badgering my teachers for help and spending too much time watching Khan Academy videos for extra help when I just didn't understand anything that was going on. In real life, asking others for help when you're really lost or struggling will be a crucial part of success. I know that we all want to be as independent as possible, but leaning on those around you is never shameful and will most likely help you reach your goals even faster. Lesson number 3 is to have fun. If this class knows anything, it's that having a little fun makes life so much easier. In case you forgot the shenanigans we've gotten ourselves into over the past few years, here's a short list. Mason Weichelt hid a Beats Pill speaker in the ceiling and played music during class. There was a mouse on the loose in English class. Stolen keys that were found in the trash. Hayden popped Rod's blackheads during class. And a stink bomb was set off. Okay, maybe our teachers were a bit annoyed, and maybe Mr. Gorse was highly unimpressed, but we sure did have a bit of fun and made some iconic memories, which I think is one of the most important things you can do for yourself. So, always remember to live a little and have some fun. Lesson number 4 is to use your voice. If you've watched the news at all recently, you'll know that this world is not perfect. All over the world, even within our own communities, people are suffering. It's up to us to help the helpless and use our voice to uplift those who can't do so themselves. Despite what you may think, your voice matters, so use it. The last lesson, which is probably the most important lesson I will ever learn in my life, is to simply be kind. That's it. As Gary Dixon once said, kindness is helping the world, one person at a time. Also, Miss Lorenz, I promise I cited this quote in MLA format, so no plagiarism here. So, that's what I've learned, and I truly think that's what life is all about. Continually learning and growing from the experiences that we have in pursuit of becoming the best person we can possibly be. Although none of us could have predicted that our last year of high school would have ended like this, we pushed through, and here we are making the most of it. That in itself is yet another lesson I've learned: resilience. That kind of resilience should be applied to any obstacle or hardship we face from now on, and it will take us far in life. I used to end daily announcements with a bad joke, so I figured I should end this speech with a bad joke. But nothing can be worse than the joke the universe has been playing on us this entire year, so I can't really top that. But, class of 2020, congratulations. As you leave here and move on into the scary real world, I encourage you to be persistent, ask for help, have fun, use your voice, be kind, and always remember, it's a great day to be a Spencer Rocket.
Thank you, Promise. Wanted to again welcome everybody here today, and before we talk about the graduates, take a moment to recognize all the guests, the parents, the people who have done such a fine job in raising these young men and women here. When we look back at this whole thing, parents, at some point while you were raising these young men and women, you probably started counting ahead and realized that this would be the class of 2020. And you may have thought to yourself, wow, that's pretty neat. First class of the 20s, what fun. Graduates at some point, whether you were in elementary, middle, or high school, maybe for some of you even just this past May realized you would be graduating in the year 2020. And you might have thought, hey, that's pretty cool, we can make some homecoming shirts, and that'll be real neat. And all I have to say is, yeah, 2020, it's been real neat, guys. It's been real fun. We're all having a blast here, so we really lucked out with that one. But on a more serious note here, for a moment here, I want all the graduates to reflect on your time growing up. And I want you to think about the family members that have raised you, the friends that you have made. Think about the staff here at school that may have influenced you, whether it be a teacher, a coach, a counselor, or any other adult that may have helped you along the way. During the early years of your life, you may have identified a role model. For some of you, this might be yet to come. Throughout your life, you will face moments of adversity, trying times, with difficult decisions to be made. One suggestion I would have for you during those times is to pause and think about that role model that means so much to you, and think about how they would handle the situation or conduct themselves. To take it a step further, I would even tell you to go beyond thinking about what they would do and pick up the phone and get in contact with them and ask them for their advice. Whether it is one person, a few people, or many more, you have people that are willing to help you along your way, as all of the people here today have no doubt had help along their way. That being said, at the end of the day, you will be the person that is most responsible for your future. If 2020 has taught us anything, it is that while we truly care and appreciate about the loved ones around us, there are moments where we may feel a bit on our own. As you grow older, there will be nobody who has a bigger impact on your success, your failures, your happiness, and your frame of mind than you yourself. You will determine your future. Please reflect on those that have raised you, influenced, taught you, and helped shape you into the person you are today, and make up your mind about what kind of life you want to live. Graduating in 2020 presents some adversity for all of you right off the bat, whether it be in finding the job you want, doing well in the school you are signed up for, or simply trying to figure out what your next step is. However, after getting to know you and seeing you in action these last few years, I have the utmost confidence that you will do well and that you will find success and happiness. I truly have enjoyed my time working with you. I will sincerely miss you. And above all, on behalf of the entire school district of Spencer, we wish you the very best. Thank you, class of 2020. At this time, we will introduce students individually, so if anybody in row 1 would like to make their way to the center of the field for pictures, you may do so at this time. Row 1, if you could please stand. When I read your name, you may come across the stage, grab your diploma from Mr. Endress, grab your gift from Mrs. Roeder, and continue on to your other seat. All right, first up, Ashton Ackman. Megan Elf. Aaliyah Anderson. Riley Joe Andrick. Taylor Back. Austin Bacon. Shane Bauer. Tyson Bloom. Row 2 could please make your way for a picture up front here. Row 2, you may stand. Jacob Brinker. Eric Solis. Cody Dirks. Zach Dunbar. Eric Ehlert. Zach Endress. Colton Fisher. Rodrigo Garcia. Sarah Garrettson. Dalton Gilbert. If row 3 could please stand, and parents in row 3 that would like to take photos, please make your way to the front. Thank you. Alec Glenzer. Nareda Gomez. Danica Grippentraw. Macy Grippentrog. Taylor Hall. Delaney Henry. Natalie Jensen. David Kilty. Colin Kraus. If the parents of the next row, row 4, could please come to the front. Row 4, please stand. Katie Luna. Maya Melander. Ethan Mowbray. Zaida Navarro. Carcy Neitzel. Promise Gearway. Abigail Peterson. Caroline Reardon. Shaylee Robinson. Michaela Robinson. If the parents of row 5 could please make your way to the front if you'd like to take a picture, and row 5, you may stand. Andres Rodriguez. Leonardo Rodriguez. Jasmine Schilling. Morgan Schmitz. Raya Shu. Kaya Schulte. Maria Semenchuk. Chase Schull. Members in row 6 would like to come to the front to take pictures. Row 6, you may stand. Connor Smith. Cody Verks. Kaylee Werman. Mason Weichel. Hannah Zastro. Courtney Zimmerman. We did have a few students who were unable to make it today. In case they're out there watching our live virtual stream, I did want to read their names as well. Natasha Brookhart. Jordan Tchaikovsky. Delaney Eichmann. Spencer Essman. Jacob Katerlich. Emma Lipke. Harry Mueller. Kirsten Shu. Jordan Schumacher. And we also had 3 students who cannot make it today because they are currently serving our country. We did have a presentation for them earlier, but I'll go ahead and read their names as well. Brett Cash. Leah Neiman. And Daniel Richmond. Before I present the class here, just a reminder, we will have the class exit and then we will dismiss families starting on that side. It is now my pleasure to present to you the Spencer High School graduated class of 2020.
Well, the next ones we'll have to go to probably our grandkids.
Parents, if you want to start from the south end, dismissing as space becomes available. Thank you.